Yours will. Hi, folks. You are watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. I'm Mike Morales here in the heartbeat of the San Gabriel Valley in Southern California. That guy out there is
Jay Silverman here in Tempe, Arizona.
Nah, isn't a hell a local call from Tempe today? It's like what?
We're close to the hottest place on earth right now.
Okay, good. Well, that's it. If he melts in front of you folks, you'll know why. But not before we go to this tequila today. I can't wait to try this. I want to show you this. Last year, if you follow us on 2020 or our 2020 season, you know that we tasted the relaunch of Corrido Blanco. And this is the new branding and packaging that we did not have. We had the old style bottle that was I think Jay, you mentioned it was a full white label. It didn't have
paper mache.
The bottle, it's a similar shape, and of course you see the familiar guitar pick. That you know, that's got to be there.
I just noticed I love tequilacorrido.com. They got that website on there. It's probably
they got the website. The branding is very cool. We nominated the Blanco for Brand Promise last year. It came in just a hair under being in the money, but that's okay because we have now the Reposado and the Añejo, and we're going to try the Reposado today. That was not available to us last year. So this is what it looks like, and again, it has the inside label, the inside branding on it. What is it? It's a guitar. I don't know if you can even see that.
I believe it first hit the market about November or December of last year.
That's probably why we didn't get it, because it was just so new. It was unobtainium. And
I point out this detail. Look at how they actually put the logo of the brand on the plastic wrapper.
Yeah, it's on the
nice attention to detail. I've never seen that. I don't remember noticing that in any other tequila over the years. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, you know, this is the relaunch, folks, and they have really come back with a vengeance. Yeah, see that label, that sideways label.
Yeah, the details are beautiful.
The details are beautiful, and you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and just nominate this one for Brand of Promise just in the packaging because
I agree.
You know, they did it. You know, when they brought it back, I guess it was Sarah Foote was responsible for bringing it this far, and there are new investors, new people involved who are taking it to the next level, and I'm really impressed. Look at that! It's even the logo is on the seal. After you take the shrink wrap off, Jesus.
I'm gonna pop mine now.
Have the logo, the guitar logo on the ribbon.
Good quality synthetic cork, you know, nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all. As usual, we're going to pour the stuff, and then we're going to go into the details later on, okay? So we're going to taste it. We're just now breaking the seal on this. I'm going to pour mine in a Stossel Jarrito. Do we know offhand, Jay, how long they're aging this Reposado? It doesn't look like there's too much color in it.
It's going to be 6 months, but I don't know for a fact, honestly. I haven't gotten exactly. I'm going to say it's in the neighborhood of 6 months, though.
Oh, you're using your Sergio Bormiolis.
Bormiolis.
Wow.
I'm feeling special today.
I'm a little underdressed. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I don't know about that.
There, look at that.
Listen, I'll keep using it until it breaks, okay?
There we go.
And it's not in any danger of breaking, so.
That's beautiful.
It's been good.
That's a great color, too, man.
Glass.
And I'm looking at the legs and tears on this. Lovely. For those of you who aren't aware, but you might be, the new master distiller is Ana Maria Romero Mena, who is responsible for a lot of winning tequilas that we had last year. General Gorostieta coming out of Known 1414. That's a Joven. Mijenta.
What's the name of the book that she's written on tequila? Do you know?
Los Aromas de Tequila, I think, is her book, and also her. We have her aroma kit. She was very nice when it first came out. She was nice enough to actually send one to us, and it's my pride and joy. It's up on my shelving up here. She's a wonderful lady. Really, just great brands that she's doing great work with. And so oh, it's all I got before. Oh man.
We got no alcohol on the nose. That's really kind of nice.
Yeah. It's a slight wood notes, just ever so slightly. They're there to round out the edges of that Blanco, because that Blanco is stellar.
Yeah, I get it, like almost like a floral muskiness. It's coming to mind, but very nice. Just a really light wood.
Yeah, it's just a touch, just a kiss of wood, actually. And you know, if you look at the Blanco has a picture of a piña. They're really stressing the quality of the plant itself, which is a rare thing these days.
See that piña in their bottle?
Yeah, see that piña on the bottle?
Yeah.
I love that branding. That is so cool. You know what it reminds me of? When vodka was
in the Reposado, you get that beautiful guitar.
Yeah, it's aged in a guitar.
Yeah, really nice. Yeah, it does. Have like a similar. I wonder if there's any wood guitars made with the same, wood as they use in whiskey barrels.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
Probably not.
I don't play guitar, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. I have no idea. I couldn't carry a tune with your hands.
You know what? The only one I think that I would say, I would hazard a guess, mahogany maybe, something like that. Maybe mahogany wood.
I don't know. I think mahogany would be a too hard of wood, but I don't know. I have no idea.
Let's stick to the tequila before we start
making,
before we start Martins over here.
Before Chris Maxwell hits us over the head with a guitar.
Finds out. If he finds out.
I love this. I'm going to dive in because I'm getting just light notes of wood. Otherwise, it's very plant forward.
Now I'm getting a little sweet, a little caramel almost with that when I go in. A little, let it open up for a moment, and it's
right. You saw us, folks. We just opened up these. We just unsealed these before, right here on camera.
Get a little green pepper too.
Wow.
Yeah, you start to get the faintest hint of baking spice and like a little bit of pepper, I think, once you let it open up. So that's really promising, and I don't get much alcohol, as I mentioned, which is I prefer not to. I just want to taste it.
Right, not that it's a bad thing. It as long as the alcohol is balanced, I'm good with that.
I'm going in.
Okay, I'll join you.
Like an astronaut in the ocean.
Oh my God. I am amazed by the legs and tears. They're thick, they're juicy, just like this is a very beefy Reposado, because that Blanco comes right through, man.
It's just very well balanced.
I got the pepper on the palate. It didn't go in as sweet as I thought it was going to. It actually is a nice long finish. It's still
I'll get on the drier side, but balanced.
Yeah.
Yes. So that is excellent.
That's exquisite. Wow. What do you think? Do you think this would this? You're the cocktail.
Brand of promise.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. No,
for me, but yeah, it's
yeah, absolutely.
It's a brand of promise, but it's also as far as like a mixing, just an old fashioned would be nice with this, I think.
Really, you would do an old fashioned with it? You know what? I'm gonna first of all, I want to thank the folks at Corrido they made this happen like in half an hour. That's how fast it came. That's Emily Jones is their marketing director, and she was just on the ball.
Emily with 2 E's, by the way.
What's that?
Emily with 2 E's.
Yeah, Emily with 2 E's. Yeah,
family.
It says fruity vapors is pineapple, cherry, apple. I'm not sure if I'm getting any of that, but I did get the vanilla, the caramel that you were mentioning.
Mm-hmm.
I need to let it open up a little bit, just a bit longer. It doesn't tell us how long it's been aged. Does it say so on the label?
I mean, I would just I was saying 6 months is my guess, but we don't have to speculate. We'll find out. Well, I don't know the exact.
I would say that probably just with the color,
Yeah.
3 to 6 months max, and I would venture to say with the flavor, they're using old, reused barrels.
Yeah, probably.
Because this is so agave forward, it instantly brings me back to the Blanco, and I haven't even opened the new Blanco. I'm sure it's the same juice. Let me give you the ins and outs. This is coming from known 1499. It's gorgeous. It really is beautiful. This is the Casa Tequilera de Arandas. Some great brands are coming out of there. Some really hot brands. The Comisario is one that we've had this year, is coming out of there. Three Amigos comes out of there, which is interesting because Three Amigos is organic.
Good quality.
Yeah, it's excellent quality. They give that tequila away.
And it's like nice mintiness in there too. It's weird.
And that's all coming through now because that's got to be barrel stuff. 1921, Rock and Roll, Mejor. Mi Genta, again, another one of those that we had this year. Baja Billy's another one that's a surprise that comes out of there.
I'll have to try it.
You know what else is one of my favorites? Pinta comes out of that distillery. And the reason I know a lot about this distillery is because one of the master distiller for some of those other tequilas uses this facility. And I asked him, I said, why did you use this 1499? He says, because it has the equipment that I need to create the proper tequila. And so when he says this, and Ana Maria is using the same distillery for Mi Genta and for Corrido, that sings volumes to me. It's probably a small to mid-sized distillery with the proper equipment for these guys, these people.
Proper stills,
Yeah, to create this type of tequila. This is stellar. Now you and I had the old juice. Would you say this is reminiscent of the old juice, or is it just a completely different direction that it went?
It's hard to say for sure after so many years. It's been about 10 or 12 years since I've tried the Reposado from the old times. It's been a long time.
10 years ago was when I tasted this tequila and also Comisario. And I told the story. If you haven't seen the Comisario review, it is out. You can stream it on our YouTube channel. All this stuff that we're doing now streams the next month. You can binge watch the whole month with us. And so Comisario is out. And I remember having that juice and Corrido for the first time 10 years ago. And I was with a friend, and he comes up to me, and in those days they were giving Riedels out. We had our own Riedels, right? I think Corrido was giving out Riedels like crazy, and somebody else was.
I remember having one of those, I think, from sports.
I have one, but it's not mine. I think it belongs to Mark. Mark, who's the guy who actually made up the logo. He made the logo for Fortaleza, and he made Mark. Yeah. And
great artist.
So anyway, I'm walking around with my snifter, and my friend comes up to me and he says, "You gotta try this añejo," and he's flipped. And 10 years ago, extra añejos was not a thing, folks. It is now.
There was only like 5 of them that were well known.
Yeah, Herradura was one of them, and I don't even think the designation was there yet. They were calling it. They were calling it something else. Anyway, he gave me his snifter, and I traded him my Comisario, and I tasted this Corrido, and I go, "This is outstanding stuff." So I'm kind of anxious to get to the añejo because
let's do it.
Yeah, because I don't know what else to say about this Reposado. I wish I knew how long it was.
I would say it gets really high marks. You can't go wrong with it. I mean, it's a great tequila.
Yeah,
they're probably in the $45 to $55 range right now. Based on Trevor's in Scottsdale, they had it for sale there. They have a good presence in Arizona. The brand has connections to Arizona for a long time now, and there's so it's locally here in Arizona. It's pretty popular. So you'll see it in quite a few bars. And
For those of you who don't know about the background of Corrido, it does run about 10 years prior, but in a nutshell, it was started by a gentleman by the name of Brad Hoover, who was considered ahead of his time and a trailblazer and extremely determined. He and his family were responsible for coming up with Corrido. Sadly, Brad passed away suddenly. And so did the brand. The brand kind of just went into limbo for years, and then, unbeknownst to us, his niece Sarah Foot brought it back. And it's funny because I didn't even know that until we're always soliciting tequilas, and when I saw that it was coming back, reverse engineering everybody who was involved in the brand. Come to find out that I met Sarah. She was their tequila girl who was pouring not only at the Spirits of Mexico, but the Saturday prior in Las Vegas. In those days, there were two shows that were running almost simultaneously. One was a mariachi tequila show at the Rio. So a group of us would fly down to Vegas, rent cars, go to the Saturday show, and then drive our butts down to San Diego for the Sunday show. And so did they. That's where I saw them again in San Diego. I had no idea they were going to be at the show, and I remember the whole family just being. It was a big family thing, and their master distiller at the time was involved. He was a gentleman. I forget what his name is. I think he is involved in other brands though these days. So kudos to the Corrido family for bringing it back. I mean. This is, like you said, they've had a big presence in Arizona for years. Yeah. There are people in Arizona with the original bottles.
The whole time they've had the bottles around, and then now it's the new wave, the new stuff.
Yeah, it's a new wave, and they haven't missed a beat. I think that they are this relaunch. They've got a big edge over a lot of young brands because they obviously they're well funded, but they have a pedigree and a history, and I can't wait to get to the añejos. So that's our take on Corrido Reposado. I'm Mike Morales here in Southern California. That guy out there is
Jay Silverman here in Arizona, Tempe, Arizona.
You have been watching and listening to Sipping Off the Cuff on Tequila Aficionado Media on all of our channels and networks. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe. Give us a like. It helps us on the algorithm. Don't forget to subscribe. You can follow Jay at Silverlight on Instagram. He is available there. You can follow us all on Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter. We're everywhere. But whatever you do, tomar sabiamente.
Sip wisely, friends.